National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Cardinals and the Seahawks, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't you? The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out, the third-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. One play in the end zone on the long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not get that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? No, I should say, covered well.
Here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks at 5-3 now on the year. They're coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better, one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Cards, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
L.J. Collier. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's taken in by Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worrying about traffic coming out on the other end.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing is Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker.
Holding, offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't. Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. On 1st and 10, here's Murray, and his throw is incomplete. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down. Murray to air it out again. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Murray going to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Murray's throw complete here to Waller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Holding offense.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Murray again. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Got a man, it's Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. But first down, Hurts. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We begin with a rematch from last year's divisional round of the playoffs. Los Angeles taking on Tampa Bay. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Carson Wentz leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Devontae Smith, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Murray now on first down. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got Green. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. This will be caught by Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Murray. To Connor on the check down. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this third quarter. Prater for the extra point. And that will put them on top here in the third. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And some room to roam now. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They run again with Walker. And he'll get this down only to the 18. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as well. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. So nothing doing there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. On the slant, complete to Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And going right back to Walker to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Straight ahead, Walker. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Penny. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it.
But they picked up the yardage there. In this situation, they should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Myers' kick is good, and that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 5. A little under 50 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Murray. He's got Connor. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Murray on a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Pushes past, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better. And
he's got a man, complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it. Going